Welcome back, everybody! Last time we saw the true identity of the queen, her true form. She looks quite despicable, honestly, and, well, this is who she really is, apparently. She used to be a prosecutor. She is pretty mean. She's got really long nails. Clearly, she committed some crimes years ago, and we're gonna have to uncover those, probably. Most likely. But anyway, today is going to be the first of the 30-minute episodes for this series now. I did record a lot in bulk, so obviously, even though Tales of Rise has been going, the 30-minute episodes are gonna keep going on the 45-minute episodes are gonna keep going on this series until today, where we can go back to 30 minutes. So yeah, if you're wondering about that, this is finally happening. It's finally happening. Anyway, why did we do things? I don't know. Not at all. You were concerned for me, Prosecutor Sadmati. Was he, though? Was he? It's oddly compassionate of him, all things considered. Yeah, I mean, Sadmati can be compassionate sometimes, you know? Your Eminence, your Majesty, regardless of what is best for her benevolence. This case is blessed with a bounty of incontrovertible evidence. So I believe we can reach a swift verdict without devoting precious time to a seance.
You have a point. Personally, I would like to spare her benevolence in any undue misery. Experiencing the murder of a loved one is a burden no one should have to bear.
If she's not going to be fit to do it, then make someone else do it. Prosecutor Sadmati, your Majesty, can this trial truly proceed without a divination séance? Can't blame her for not wanting to experience her father's murder firsthand.
Your Eminence, what are your feelings on the matter? Shall we have her benevolences return home for some much-needed rest?
We should not! You fools spoil her with your feckless words of compassion! That music, though, it kind of was like, just... Here I am! Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark.
Mother, you suck. Listen well, Rafa. You have spoken time and time again about how grown-up you are now. Yes, but... So let us see if the royal priestess has truly come into her own. Are you prepared to fulfill your duty and perform the divination séance as you should? Yes. That's better. See? Problem solved. ... Poor Rafa. Is this really a good idea? I guess we'll see. Very well. Let us begin. The divination séance. Nina, my robe. Oh. Looks like Nina's still missing. It's been a whole day already. Bobbed head. Yes? You remove my robe. What? Why me?
Don't keep her benevolence waiting now, Mr. Wright. Can't you see she's all ready to begin?
Great, I've been reduced to royal robe remover. It's like she's grooming Mr. Wright to be Nina's replacement. Hey, that means I won't have to charge him with the Defense Capability Act, right? If she needs him.
Very well, your benevolence. Please start when you are ready.
Yeah, we didn't get to see him actually pull it off. It would have been funny if we just actually saw him run over there and pull it off. Like, alright, there you go. Come, Rafa, you know what must be done. There is no turning back now. I know. The final memories of the deceased. This should be interesting. I'm surprised Apollo didn't try to push for it, though, honestly. It's another piece of evidence, after all.
Oh, Holy Mother, we hold this divination séance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
You think they would have recorded this again and just had it with,
Oh,
I'll just let that finish.
Devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
You would think like they would have recorded those lines a second time. Because I'm just thinking, like, if they had recorded it again, they could have been like, oh, well, make her sound, like, more sad or something like that. I don't know. I can't imagine she would say it the exact same way she said it before. I think she'd be like, oh, I'm affected by this or something. And same thing with her dance. You think she'd be like, oh, well, this dance is gonna be a little more sloppy because I'm sad now or something, you know? But no, that's not gonna be the case. It's like, why? Why, oh why, oh why? I don't understand, but that's just how it is. It's a dance. She's sad, and she's dancing through the sadness, and, you know, good for her. Good for her pushing through, you know, because, I mean, it's obviously not easy. I wouldn't consider it easy in the slightest to be like, whoa, this sucks, man. But seriously, can't the queen also do this dance? Didn't she have to go through this too when she was growing up, or am I being stupid? Because I think they could have done something about it. But yeah, you know, if she doesn't want to do it, then let the queen do it. Where'd she learn the Divination Séance from? I would assume her mother. So that'd be possible, right? Right? I don't know. Oh boy, time to see your father's murder. I hope you're ready for this. And it is... time! I could have skipped this, actually. Remember how I said don't tell me if not to skip this or not? Well, I was told to skip it, so I knew immediately nothing different was going to happen. Oh, well, it is what it is. Was nothing going to appear again? Really? Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Is she okay? Gasp. She look. What? I'm confused. She looked fine while she was doing the dance. Well, I mean, obviously it's the same freaking animation, but that's my whole point. Like, if she was distressed while doing it, they should have showed it, not showed us the exact same dance again. It's so freaking stupid, I think.
Your benevolence. What's wrong?
This is unacceptable. You do it, you freaking bee, I swear.
Bailiff, take her benevolence to the first aid station at once.
This is not good. Yeah, you can say that again. Was it the stress because it was her father, or is that something else that caused that?
Your Eminence, do you have any idea why her benevolence collapsed so suddenly?
It seems she was not ready for what the deceased was to reveal. It overwhelmed her. Her inexperience and immaturity left her ill-prepared to face her father's death. And she said she could go through with it. How very disappointing. I know someone who's not winning Mother of the Year. Ever. I mean, of course, Rafa's going to be overwhelmed. She's still just a child. Seems we have no choice but to move on to the witness testimony, Your Majesty.
Oh, yes, let us proceed. Bailiff, summon the first witness if you would.
Yes, please do. Who's this? Oh, it's Captain Falcon! No, I'm kidding, it's freaking Dhurke.
Is this not the accused?
It is indeed. I thought I would give him the opportunity to plead his case. For true justice is more than an unilateral presentation of the facts by the prosecution. That seems uncharacteristically fair of her. However, should the accused fail to produce convincing testimony, guilty on the spot, he, along with his capable and traitorous lawyer, shall immediately be found guilty. Excuse me? And their heads will roll from their shoulders. What? Should've known there was a catch.
Your court, your rule, same as it always was, I see, Garon. Now then, Mr. Dhurke Sodmoney, if you can enlighten us as to what happened.
Well, I would if I could. But I have no idea what happened.
I would if I could, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Witness testimony. Dhurke explains himself. I was struck by a sudden dizziness the moment I entered the tomb. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And lying right in front of me was Inga, dead as a doornail. I have no recollection of what happened in the inner room. But I didn't kill him. At least I don't think I did. I go against everything I believe in. I don't think I did. It's not the most convincing thing, Dhurke, but yeah.
That didn't explain squat. For the record, I let it be known that the accused's fingerprints were all over the murder weapon. And since he was caught in the act, there was no chance for a third party to tamper with it.
Well, that certainly seems to point the finger at you, Mr. Sanmari.
Even as a lawyer, I have to agree with you there, Your Majesty. Ha 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 ha!
Seriously, Dhurke, this ain't no laughing matter.
Exactly what Khura'in wanted. To have Dhurke try to plead his case only to fail miserably.
How low can she go? Prosecutor, behold the most unpleasant of spectacles, and let it be etched into your soul. See how instead of accepting the inevitable, those fish-brain lawyers flounder and flop themselves straight into the abyss of despair.
Yes, Your Eminence. Show me the way.
Now then, would the defense please begin their cross-examination?
Yeah, begin that examination, man. Cross-examination. Dhurke explains himself. I was struck by a sudden dizziness the moment I entered the tomb. Oh, we'll see about that, Dhurke. We will see about that. I have my doubts that you really did go through such experiences, but we'll find out.
Hold it!
Hold it.
You were struck by a sudden dizziness. Was it because of his illness? Is that something that's ever happened to you before?
Can't say that it has. Maybe age is catching up with me. I'm no spring chicken after all.
That's not the issue here. A most cunning excuse, one befitting an insidious insurgent.
Oh?
A killer who does not recall his crime? How very convenient. Next, I imagine you will plead insanity. You aim to seek a lesser sentence through excuses and subterfuge, do you not?
I like how okay, on the witness stand we're objecting, I see. That's a new one, I think. No, it's not. Well, I mean, we had objections for the witness stands, I guess. Have we? We have hold-its. I don't know about objections, though. Don't make me laugh, Your malevolence.
How dare you!
I'm merely stating my innocence. I have no intention of offering excuses. It's your baseless speculation I would decry of as foolish. You deceitful witch.
Is it your wish that I should claim your head right now in this very hall?
I mean, if they really wanted to, they could have just, you know... They could have literally just came in there with them. I mean, instead of just leaving room for doubt, have the guards come in with them and see how things go down. I mean, you know, I don't know. Would have been fine. Well, certainly would speed things along. Ha 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 ha.
Dhurke, why don't you let me handle it from here? Everything you need to say, you can say it through me, okay? Anything to stop you from needling the queen. Next time you have an objection, you better have some proof to go with it, Dhurke.
The accused will continue with what he does recall of the crime.
We shall see, indeed. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand.
Hold it! Do you recall anyone putting the knife in your hand, Dhurke?
Wish I could say I did, but I don't remember a thing from before I came to. You think there might have been a third party in the tomb, son?
Yeah, because if you didn't do it, then the real killer must have been there with you.
Objection!
... Silent objection!
You called, Your Eminence!
She go anywhere without those goons?
It's so weird seeing them in the background, oh my gosh.
Was there a third party in the tomb when you were securing it?
No, Your Eminence, we searched high and low, but it found no one at the sword! Of the sword!
And there you have it.
Oh, right, they did search the place. But did they search the sarcophagus, though? Because the reality is, there's no dead body in there, so they could have hidden the sarcophagus, right?
Furthermore, my guards had the entire tomb surrounded, so there was no way for anyone to escape.
That's right, no one got in or out without our knowledge! Her Eminence's on-site directives were absolutely flawless!
Do you see now the presence of a third party is beyond the realm of possibility? The tomb was, for all intents and purposes, completely sealed off from the rest of the world. What a waste of time! How can it be any more obvious? Dhurke must be the killer!
Thanks for nothing, Gallery Guy, as if our graves weren't already deep enough. Gallery Guy? That was Gallery Colette. What are you talking about?
Accused, what do you believe about the possible presence of a third party?
Well, based on the situation you presented, I'd say a chance there's slim to none. You didn't have to agree with her, Dhurke.
Let the accused statements be added to his testimony.
Very well, Mr. Sadmani, if you would.
Like, the more we press, the thinner our case gets. Let's keep pressing. Maybe we'll work out the wrinkles in it, too.
Maybe.
Possibility of a third party being there in the tomb is probably non-existent.
Can't prove you innocent without at least a possibility that a third party was there.
Find the possible in the impossible, son. That's what a lawyer's gotta do sometimes. Isn't that right, Wright?
Who, me? Who else?
Yeah, you could say that. Is there anyone else with the last name Wright in this courtroom? I mean, is Trucy in the gallery? No, she's back home. No, she's not even here. So, what the heck? I don't know. I've seen more than my fair share of trials like that. Start with no viable evidence, useful testimony, or any hope of winning. Through cold sweat, desperation, and a little luck, I always manage to pull them off. Right. I can see we are kindred spirits, you and I. Ha 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 ha.
Geez, taking cases like that must shave years off your life.
That were true, I'd be long dead.
And the possible and the impossible. Can I prove that it was at least possible that there was a third party there?
Dhurke, what do you see at the scene of the crime? Let me see. I came to... and lying right next to me was Inga, dead as a doornail.
Hold it!
You stated that he was dead as a doornail. How can you be so sure?
It's pretty easy to spot the difference between a soulless man and the soulless shell of a man. His complexion and the amount of blood at the scene made it obvious which it was.
What your words is you shall join Minister Inga much sooner than expected. You can bow your head before him and seek his forgiveness there in the Twilight Realm.
I kind of realized the voice I'm giving her is kind of similar to Pain's voice, which, I mean... I don't know. I based my original Pain voice off of his original objection, where he's like,
OBJECTION!
So I try to like give him a high-pitched voice to compensate or match that. So I've basically given every subsequent Pain the same type of voice. And I don't know, it's just kind of hitting me. I think I'm giving Garon the exact same voice, almost. Even though she's not a Pain, but I mean, she still looks like she would have that kind of voice, like very evil, sinister. Ooh.
If you still have a head to bow, that is.
You bloodthirsty spider! What happened to you? We're still a little love in your heart 23 years ago. You used to think of me as a brother.
Really?
Then what changed then?
It seems you truly do have a death wish.
Ha 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 ha! Is that really all you've got?
Dhurke, I'm begging you. Enough with the lip. Just deliver your testimony, please.
Alright, I'll try, but I can't promise anything.
I have no recollection of what happened in the interim.
Days passed since the murder. Haven't you remembered anything in that time?
My memory is a complete blank. It's as if that part of my brain has been scooped right out.
How very convenient. But even if you've no memory of the event, your guilt is without question. There is nothing more to debate.
Forgetting one thing, Garon, I have no motive.
You lead a band of insurgents that seeks to overthrow the government. I would say that alone is motive enough to slay our kingdom's Minister of Justice.
I've declared countless times that I lead a bloodless revolution. I forbid violence and murder, even if some younger members may have a thirst for blood.
A bloodless revolution? He wouldn't really have a motive in that case. Is that an important statement?
No?
No, it's not all that important.
Is this a decoy? Because, I mean, I did have an added statement here, and I'm kind of wondering now about that. But I didn't kill him. At least I don't think I did. I'd go against everything I believe in.
You state that you didn't kill him more definitively.
How can I, when I have no memory of what happened?
Well, can you at least state whether or not you were a murderer?
What the heck, Apollo? That I can do. I am not a murderer, and I would never kill anyone, no matter the circumstances.
And you do have any evidence to support your claim that you did not kill the minister?
Evidence? No, can't say that I do.
In that case, you will strike that statement, I didn't kill him, from your testimony.
Wait, you can't just discard testimony like that. I'm the one cross-examining the defendant and all.
Hold your prattling tongue, foreign devil. I'm the Queen of his kingdom.
That's a book.
And the Queen is the law. As such, I need not follow the laws that are in place. I can make and break them at will.
Okay. Henceforth, the accused will refrain from stating, I didn't kill him.
What?
Sure, whatever. It's the Garon show, after all, same as always. Did it... I guess there's no evidence that proves that I didn't kill him either. Did he really just struck that from the testimony? Oh wait, no, they just got replaced with this statement, I guess.
Dhurke, leave the evidence finding to me. Now please, will you stop agreeing with everything the prosecution says?
Alright, I'll stick to the facts from now on. Remember, son, if you truly believe in me, you should be able to prove my innocence. I know you can do it.
Please, I'll prove him innocent. Even with all these inconvenient truths. Is that what he's saying?
I think Dhurke might be onto something. Even the most disadvantageous facts may point the way to the truth. So don't ignore them. Think of them as food for thought.
Don't worry, I know. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I need to remember that, no matter how difficult the facts may be to deal with.
Well, we could establish the possibility of a third party.
Does the possibility itself even exist?
We don't have a choice. Proving it exists is the only way to start a real dialogue here. Yeah, that seems like the way to go anyway. I am a little worried about this one. I mean, I kind of want to say it's important, but at the same time, I'm kind of worried that's going to lead to something that's going to be like, can you prove that it's important or something? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Okay, is that important? Yes. Yes, it is.
That was an important statement. I'd like my client to add to his testimony.
Very well then. The accused will please do as defense is requested. I don't have a motive for killing Inga. After all, me and my ilk seek a bloodless revolution.
A bloodless revolution? Can you be more specific?
I'm talking about dragging this pompous prosecutor here off your bloody throne. So go ahead, Garon, act all high and mighty now, because it's the last chance you'll get.
You still speak of rebellion despite the charges against you. You truly are a fool. I will prove your guilt soon enough and display your head for all of Khura'in to see. We will forever speak of you, not as a revolutionary, but as the terrorist you are.
You're mistaken, your maleficence. It will be you the people will speak of, as the tyrant who was overthrown by our own people.
I wonder if you will still be spewing such nonsense before the headman's axe.
Ha 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 ha! I'm afraid I'll still be like this in the afterlife, despot.
I know that self-restraint is as foreign as an apple pie to Dhurke, but I'd really rather go home than the Twilight Realm after all this.
Okay. What do we gotta do? I was struck by some disease in the tomb. The next thing I knew, standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. Also, a third party being there in the tomb is probably non-existent. That is a book indeed. I don't know. I have a defense scope, but I asked the name of the queen. Is that book the same one that they had before, though? That's interesting. So let's see. Dad slept out of a bizarre manhole, got yelled by a dog, warbot, and then threw a firecracker. The shocked look on Albie's face had death and stitched it when the police came along. To detain the rebel, the noise spooked Shadow, who ran off when Albie caught up to him in the courtyard. Shadow had what looked to be Nina's hat. That's not going to be anything important then. I don't see how that would be a thing, honestly. Notepad used by Inga. People's characteristics right inside. I don't really know what to do with this at all. Finger was found on the inside of the lid stained with victim's blood. The problem I'm having is... do I just go for that? I mean... I'm not really sure. Wait. That. Objection! It's that. A mysterious bloodstain exists at the scene of the crime, Dhurke.
Your Eminence, I'm afraid this trial will not go exactly as you anticipated. Because I can show how there might have been a third party in that tomb.
Oh, how very fascinating. Go on. I do so love a good fairy tale.
We did a luminol test at the scene of the crime. And we found a bloodstain that didn't match the Justice Minister's blood. I remind you that neither Dhurke nor Miss Fey were injured during the incident. The thing is, this bloodstain we found had been wiped up by someone.
What's this? But... who would have done such a thing?
That's the big question, isn't it? Who wiped out the blood and why? Thinking about it logically, must be someone who wanted to conceal their presence at the scene of the crime.
Oh, and to whom do you suppose the bloodstain might belong?
Bloodstain belongs to...
I don't... it's not Amara, it's not the victim. The real killer?
Bloodstain belongs to the real killer, of course. Whoever it was, they were probably shot while they were attacking Minister Inga. Since their blood would give them away, they had to wipe it up. I say this because we know for a fact that the Justice Minister fired his gun in the tomb.
You have the memory of a flea. There was nowhere for anyone to hide. This too is a known fact.
Not true.
But a bloodstain from a third party means there must have been someone hiding there.
Very well then, tell me this. Where was this third party hiding?
Crime scene was thoroughly searched after it was discovered. So there was a hiding place that would have to be somewhere no one would dare look.
Somewhere no one would dare look.
Let's have your answer, Defense. Now, where could a third party have hidden?
Right there. One place no one would search, not even the Queen's Royal Guard. And that would be... inside Queen Amara's sarcophagus. Even now, it's locked up tight. No one would find you if you hid in there. I'm told that it's temperature controlled to preserve the mummy within. If someone dressed warmly enough, they can withstand the cold for a short time.
This is sacrilege. Surely the perpetrator of such a foul deed would be cursed.
But that's just it. Until I knew everyone would be too scared to open the sarcophagus. True, the guards were so scared of being cursed they wouldn't even touch it. And when the coast was clear, Killer made a quick escape from within the frigid confines.
How would they know the coast is clear, though? Unless they'd be able to hear the sound from outside. But even then, it's risky. Well, now, that does sound like a plausible method of evading capture.
Fence requests a DNA test on the bloodstain. And then we'll just see who the real killer is.
Insolence! ...
Such insolence indeed.
Bow your head and kneel, lawyer. So your head may be parted from your shoulders.
Huh? The trial's not even over.
Wah! How soon you forget you are already on the headsman's scaffold. As such, I can order your beheading at any moment.
All I did was request a DNA test.
And DNA tests are illegal here. There is no need for request such a test. Royal Guard, bring it forth now.
Here you are, your eminence!
The police have already identified the source of the bloodstain. The DNA test revealed.
And we'll find out who the DNA test revealed on the next exciting episode, everyone. Leave you up on a little cliffhanger. Who is it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Nobody knows. The truth is, we'll find out very, 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 very soon. Who could it belong to? Who do you guys think it's gonna belong to? Let me know what you think. And next episode, we'll find out the truth. What is the truth, though? I got no idea. Anyway, everyone, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. You've reached the end of this video. But before we go for the day, I'd just like to give a quick shout-out to the Tier 4 and 5 channel members. Phoenix Edgeworth, Acheron X2, Menthy, and Meister Papala. Thank you all for being awesome and supporting the channel. If you too would like to also get your name shouted out at the end of each video and live stream, shoutouts are available for all Tier 4 and 5 channel members. I hope you all have an awesome day. I'll see you all later.